Old School RuneScape has hundreds of quests, but not every quest is important. Some give you a little experience, a few coins, and an item you will probably never use again. Others unlock entire cities, spellbooks, transportation methods, new bosses, equipment upgrades, and some of the best content in game. So, today I'm ranking the top 10 most useful quests in Old School RuneScape. Let's start with number 10. Fairytale 2. Cure a Queen. The funny thing about this quest is that you do not even need to finish the quest to unlock its most useful reward. After completing the early section of the quest, you gain access to the Fairy Ring transportation network. Fairy rings allow you to travel quickly to dozens of locations across Gillinor, including places that can otherwise be annoying or time-consuming to reach. You will need a Draymond staff or a Lunar staff at first, alt dodge. Completing the Lumbridge and Draenor Elite Diary eventually allows you to use the fairy rings without one. The full quest also offers additional experience and continues the fairy tale storyline. But fairy rings are the main reason this quest earns a place on this list. It might only be number 10, but the transportation unlock is something most players will continue using for the rest of their accounts. Number 9. Recipe for Disaster. Recipe for Disaster is not really one normal quest. It is a long collection of sub-quests that require you to rescue several important characters from the Culinary Mainzer. As you complete each section, you gain access to increasingly powerful gloves from the chest. The final reward is the famous Barrow's Gloves. For many years, Barrow's Gloves were among the best all-round gloves in-game, and they are still an excellent option for melee, range, and magic. They are especially useful for players who do not yet own expensive special gloves for every combat style. The quest also acts as a major account progression checkpoint because its requirements force you to complete a large number of other quests and train several different skills. Completing Recipe for Disaster shows that your account has moved beyond the early game and is ready for more difficult content. Even Touch. Strong specialized gloves now exist. Barrow gloves remain affordable, versatile, and useful in a huge number of situations like PKing. Number 8. Bon Voyage. Bon Voyage is a relative short quest, but it unlocks one of the most useful areas for early and mid-game accounts, the Fossil Island, especially for Ironmans. First, it gives you access to the birdhouse runs, one of the easiest way to train hunter while also collecting valuable bird nests. A birdhouse run only takes a few minutes, and because the birdhouse fill while you are doing other things, it is an extremely efficient passive training method. Fossil Island also contains ammonite crabs, which are popular for low effort combat training because they have a high health and low offensive stats. You can also access the volcanic mine, underwater activities, hardwood tree patches, fossil, and the museum camp. Iron Man can find the island especially useful because of its training methods and resource gathering opportunities. Bon Voyage itself might not be particularly difficult, but the amount of permanent content it unlocks makes it one of the best early quests to complete. Number 7, we have the Animal Magnetism. This quest introduces you to Ava and unlocks the first version of her range equipment. Ava's device automatically recovers much of the ammunition you fire, meaning fewer arrows, bolts, and other range supplies are left on the floor. That saves you money, reduces inventory management, and makes range training much more convenient. There are original quest rewards with either an Ava's attractor or accumulator, depending on your range level. Later in your account, this device can be upgraded into stronger versions, including the Ava's Assembler after Dragon Slayer 2. These items also provide useful range bonuses, so you will wear them during a large amount of range combat. Animal Magnetism is not a long Grandmaster quest with a huge new region, but it's rewarding and practical from the moment you unlock it. For almost every account that plans to use range, this quest should be completed as early as possible. Number 6. The Blood Moon Rises. This Grandmaster quest serves as the final of the Miracle storyline and opens access to the Land of Vampirum. Unlike many quests that unlock only one item or activity, the Blood Moon Rises introduces you a much wider package of content. Its rewards include improving weaponry connected to the Miracle storyline, new skilling activities, Slayer content, and additional combat encounters within the Vampirum. The quest also continues one of the longest running stories in Old School RuneScape and brings players deeper into the conflict against the vampires. Because this is newer content, its exact long-term position in the game's progression may continue to develop as players test the rewards and relate activities. However, the combination of a major new area, combat upgrades, Slayer creatures, skilling methods, and PvM content makes it one of the broadest quests unlocks in the game. Number 5, we have Monkey Madness 2. This Grandmaster quest contains the Gnome and Monkey storyline and rewards you with several extremely useful unlocks. The most important is access to the Demonic Gorillas. Demonic Gorillas can drop Synite shards, which are used to create some of the strongest chivalry in the game. This includes the Amulet of Torture, Necklace of Anguish, Tormented Bracelet, and the Ring of Suffering. Because of those valuable drops, Demonic Gorillas can also become a strong money-making method. Monkey Madness 2 is also rewarding you with a Royal Seed Pod. The Seed Pod provides you a quick teleport to the Grand Tree and works from relatively deep inside the wilderness. You can use it up to level 30 wilderness. Completing the quest also unlocks the full Crash Site Cavern, which contains popular locations for training ranged and magic using Chinchompas or multi-target spells. Monkey Madness 2 is difficult, but the combination of profitable monsters, excellent training, locations, and one of the game's most useful teleport items makes the effort worthwhile. Number 4, we have Dragon Slayer 2. This is the sequel to one of RuneScape's most iconic quests, and its rewards are some of the strongest on this entire list. The biggest unlock is obviously Forkev. Forkev is a repeatable boss that offers valuable drops and can become one of the most consistent moneymakers for experienced players. The quest also allows you to upgrade your Avas accumulator into an Avas assembler after obtained the Forkev head. The assembler offers stronger range bonus and improves ammunition saving effects, making it an important upgrade for ranged combat. Dragon Slayer 2 also unlocks the Myths Guild, Rune Dragons, and several other useful arenas and features. Rune Dragons can provide valuable drops, while the Myths Guild gives convenience access to a variety of facilities and locations. This quest requires a high stats, a large quest point total, and several difficult fights. But once it's completed, you gain access to upgrades and moneymakers that remain relevant far into the late game. At number 3, Lunar Diplomacy. The main reward from this quest is access to the Lunar Spellbook. Unlike the standard spellbook, which focuses mainly on basic combat and teleportation, the Lunar Spellbook contains an enormous selection of support and utility spells. One of the most famous ones is Venge, which reflects some of the damage you receive back to your opponent. This makes it useful in PvP and in certain PvM situations. Another extremely useful spell is the NPC Contact, which allows you to communicate with certain non-player characters from almost anywhere. That can save a significant amount of travel time during activities such as Slayer. The spellbook also contains useful skilling spells for farming, crafting, magic training, and group support. Later quests and activities expand the Lunar Spellbook even further, increasing its usefulness. Lunar Diplomacy may not unlock a huge city or profitable solo boss, but it gives you a powerful set of tools that can improve combat, skilling, and general efficiency. Number 2, Desert Treasure 1. Completing this quest unlocks Ancient Magics, one of the most powerful and recognizable spellbooks in Old School RuneScape. Ancient Magics include multi-target combat spells, capable of hitting several enemies at once. The Ice spells can freeze opponents in place, while the Blood spell can heal you based on some of the damage dealt. This makes Ancient Magics useful in huge varieties of activities. It's heavily used in PvP, Slayer, bossing, minigames, and fast training. Players commonly use burst and barrage spells against groups of enemies because they can produce extremely high experience rates. The spellbook also includes teleports to ancient locations across the game. Desert Treasure can be challenging for low-level players, especially because it requires you to defeat several bosses and travel through dangerous areas. However, the rewards permanently change what your character can do with magic. At number 1, Song of the Elves. Song of the Elves is the Grandmaster final of the Elf Quest series and unlocks the Crystal City of Prifdinias. Brifdinias is not just another city. It is an enormous hub filled with high-level skilling methods, shops, training locations, transportation options, and PvM activities. One of the biggest unlocks is the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet is a solo PvM challenge where you gather supplies, create equipment, and defeat the Hunlef within a single self-contained encounter. Its harder version, the Corrupt Gauntlet, offers valuable rewards, including the enhanced Crystal Weapon Seed. Song of the Elves also unlocks Salcano, a skilling boss that combines mining, smithing, and runecrafting mechanics. Around the city, you will also find crystal equipment, pickpocketing opportunities, a convenience house portal, an element patch, a mine, and numerous other useful facilities. The quest itself requires high levels in several skills and completion of a long quest chain. That makes it major account milestones. But the rewards is an entire endgame city filled with content that supports combat, skilling, and money making. And those are my top 10 most useful quests in Old School RuneScape. Of course, this ranking will depend on how much you play the game. A PvPer might place Desert Treasure at number 1, while an Ironman could rank Recipe for Disaster or Bone Voyage much higher. But based on overall transportation, combat upgrades, spellbook skilling methods, money makers, and long-term account progression, these quests offer some of the greatest rewards in Old School RuneScape. Let me know which quests you will place at number 1 and which quests you think are completely missed. And if this video helped you decide what quest to complete next, consider liking the video and subscribing for more Old School RuneScape content. Thanks for watching, boys, and I see you boys in the next one. Peace!